Last year, I built my own world for Star Wars called the Dark Universe. This year, I thought I'd start a new universe, a more fantasy-driven one that will incorporate fantasy, sci-fi, steampunk, and anything else I can think of. This map will grow and more will be added as I expand this universe, and we will meet the residents, myths, and legends, and possibly monsters, of this strange faraway land. Welcome to Shambleshire. My name is Aaron, and you're watching Terrain by Aaron. How are you doing, everyone? This build is a follow-on to one of my previous builds called the Doctor's House, where I introduced Dr Mason Sinclair III, a resident of Shambleshire. That character seemed to be a hit with the viewers, so we're going back into the fantasy world of Shambleshire to know a little more about the mysterious Doctor. But more on that shortly. For now, let's build his car. This now may give you a clue that the good Doctor isn't from around these parts of Shambleshire, as he's driving a car, more specifically a hover car. Something the Shambleshires have never seen the likes of before. And to make the Citroen, which is 1/72 scale, look more hovery, if that's even such a word, I'm going to use bottle caps for the front and work out the rest later because of the design. As with any of my builds, a little surgery is required, pun intended. I finally chopped the cap down to size, but before I fit them I need to build some of the car. And this is where I find my chunky monkey hands are a disadvantage due to the small scale I'm working in. But perseverance and a lot of strong black coffee always gets me through. And did I mention clamps? Clamps help an awful lot of the time. With the interior ready, I break out the airbrush and begin to paint. While that dries, I'm going to work on the main body, and that includes the windows. Just a smidge of super glue is needed as I don't want to fog up the clear plastic. While I mask off the windows, a little backstory on the Doctor. Like I said, he's no angel, but he's no demon either. He's a lost soul who walks that fine line between good and evil every day. Born to extraordinary parents in our world, his downfall, his penance, was handed to him by both good and evil. Sent to Shambleshire to prove his worth and correct the balance, he's a sorcerer, a shaman, someone who feels more at home in the shadows than in the light, but pushes those shadows back when the light is at its dimmest. He's forever trying to find his way back home, but the governing bodies always have one more job, one more case for Sinclair to win. He is the day in the darkness and the shadows in the light. I finally managed to get the interior to fit the exterior, so now it's time for adjustments, starting with the two nubs that are supposed to hold the wheels. I snipped them off in preparation for the jet exhaust. In my head, I figured Sinclair would need his Batmobile, but wanted it to look less defined and sleek, so the exhausts at the front look kooky, but fit exactly how I wanted the Ghostmobile to look. Homemade. Because the Citroen has deeper panels at the back, I use two wheels that slightly protrude from under the arch to give it a hover car look. And while I do that, it's subscriber corner. Names are appearing on screen from viewers who have left comments, so keep them coming. All the engagement really helps the channel. And yes, if you leave a comment, your name will appear on screen in one video or another, and I do reply to all. This whiteboard has names of channel members, they subscribe, and their donations help me buy supplies. Now I know what I'm doing. Members will shortly have access to videos before the general public. Now the car's hover bits locked down, it's time to add parts to it, and I'll also explain what the parts are as I go along. On the sprue is suspension bits that I've repurposed and use as suspension clamps to hold the exhaust to the main body. The suspension rods get put into place because there's going to be like something in the middle which is going to be another exhaust, but I haven't made that yet because I haven't found the correct parts. Digging into one of my many bit boxes, I found these little parts that would fit ideal. So there's, I think that's an engine from a Spitfire or something like that. Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm usually wrong, more than often. But that's the underneath so far, so I'm still going to work on the top. While I do that, it's code word time. Leave this code word in if you're dropping a comment, and the code word is Ghost Hunter. I need to take the masking tape off the back window as I'm going to cover all that up very shortly. I thought this part could be the equivalent of a thrust capacitor which I place on the boot. A small drum with wires attached could be either a container for fuel or the container for captured ghosts, which I like better because then I thought the energy from bad ghosts could be the fuel for the flying vehicle. Keeping with that thought, I cut down the wires and took them underneath as pipes that feed the thrusters. And suddenly I have a ghost containment unit that powers the car. You'll notice I have a cut on my thumb that was after I changed to a fresh blade and I'd forgotten. So always take care with sharp knives. The reason why Sinclair drives his car is because he and I have to be careful on how I word this due to YouTube policies, but while under the influence, Sinclair became one with the car after not turning on a dangerous stretch of road. When the deal was done and he was sent to Shambleshire, his one wish was that his car came with him. After some modifying, he was soon seen zipping around Shambleshire in a plume of white smoke. So, in keeping with the ghost car theme, I'm painting the Citroen an off-white colour. It's not the best paint job I've ever done, but that's because of all the time and wear and tear on the vehicle that I want to try and relay onto it. I'm also going to try and keep the paint job simple and make it sort of steampunkish, so some sort of like goldy copper is going to be added to the exhaust. And like all good hero cars should be, the paint will reflect Sinclair's outfit, so the bonnet gets a dusting of yellow. Once I'm happy with all the paintwork, I'm going to take the masking tape off and then dirty it up, and then it's on to the glamour shots. So this is going to be like a part 1 of a part 3 series on little bits of Sinclair's life and his habitat. The next one will be of his cave, because every hero has a cave. So I'll leave it there for now. More backstory on Sinclair coming soon, but until then, keep scratching that build everyone. Thanks for watching.